Hi, I'm Ed from Uckfield Motor Services, and I'm here today with Professional Motor Mechanic magazine to review the Ring Automotive Battery Analyzer. Right, we're in the workshop today and I've got the privilege of doing a review on the Ring Battery Analyzer. It's a great bit of kit that we've been using every day for the last few years. We pretty much battery test every vehicle that comes in the workshop. It's good, does 12 volt and 24 volts. 12 volts brilliant for the cars, 24 volt for the HGVs. Does all the types of batteries, it does flooded, AGM and EFB, so you start-stop batteries as well. Also the beauty of this, it can do an alternator and a starter test very easily, which means you can either diagnose or cancel those problems out if you're trying to diagnose a problem like that. Also does a diode ripple test, which is brilliant because if you get communication faults or you've got flickering lights or anything like that, it's basically checking that it's got any alternating current coming through the direct current circuit. Also could do an earth test as well, which is really useful for a quick, easy test. Right, let's get this Ring Battery Analyzer unboxed. The beauty of this, it comes in a nice rigid plastic box. We tend to keep it in the box just to keep it safe so it doesn't get damaged. As you can see here, it comes with the instruction manual. It's pretty easy to use, so we probably don't need too much of this. It's worth reading anyway. It's got a printer on it, so you can print out the results for the battery test, the alternator test, the starter test. So it means you've got a bit more evidence and physical evidence to give to the customer. It's also got an 80 car memory, or 80 vehicle memory on there, so you can go back to results if you've lost them. Also in here, we've got the cable and a CD for downloading the software, so you can plug it into the computer and download the software onto your computer. Right, let's go and give it a try in the workshop. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run through all the tests that the Ring Battery Analyzer does. First one's first, is the easiest, is the battery test. In this case, it's an AGM battery, because it's a start-stop vehicle. It's got all the different selections of all the different types of batteries, so it's relatively easy. So it's now doing a test. This battery's all okay, and then we'll just press the print button and it will print the results out for me. And now we'll go on to the next test. Right, so now we're going to carry out the earth test. This one involves a little bit more moving around. So what we have to do is we have to move the earth cable onto an actual earth of the vehicle. You'll then ask us to press the button to carry out the test. It's now just checking the earth on the vehicle. And then ask us now to put it back onto the battery earth and press enter again. It gives us the results. In this case it's saying it's 0.3 milliohms, which is perfectly fine, so we know the earth is good on this car. So the next test on the list is a starter motor test. This is a pretty simple one. Once again, it's connected to the battery, positive and negative. Literally click enter and then we start the vehicle up. So as soon as we started it, it should bring the results up. In this case, it's saying it's all okay. So once again, we can print the results off and we can go on to the next test. Right, so the next test is the alternator test. This one's a little bit more of a longer test. It's only about 30-40 seconds, but we need an assistant to do this because you have to rev the vehicle up at certain points. So we get into it. We've got a normal or smart alternator, so you need to know which alternator is fitted to the vehicle. And then we have to hold the vehicle for 3,000 RPM for 10 seconds. So that's where you need your assistant. It's just checking whether the results between certain voltages. In this case, it looks like it's all good. So then we go on to the next stage, which is 2,000 RPM with the headlights on. Once again, it does it for 10 seconds, just checking it's between certain voltages under load. And then we can move on to the next test, which is the diode ripple test, which is basically just checking whether there is any alternating current coming back through into the direct current circuit, which can lead to communication errors in the network. By the looks of it, it's all good as well on this car, so we've got a clean bill of health. You've seen it in action in the workshop. The unit's brilliant. We ran through all the tests, as you've seen. What are my views on it? I've had one for 7 years now, and we use it every day, all day. We do over 30 cars a day, lots of servicing, and it pretty much gets tested on every single one of those, especially at this time of year when it's winter, because obviously that's when batteries fail. So all in all, yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. If you want an all-in-one tester that's got everything on it and it does most of the things you need to diagnose a vehicle quickly and easily, yeah, I'd get one. If you want some more information on the Ring Battery Analyzer or any of their products, follow the link in the description below. And also, if you want to subscribe to the Professional Motor Mechanic YouTube channel for more how-tos and more run-throughs and more product reviews, please do. Thank you very much. See you next time.